I have a whole bag of rabbit feet here from the other day when I helped process my neighbor's buns. And so we're just going to soak these for a sec, kind of swish them around. Give them a good rinse. Okay. Squeeze out the excess water. Okay, so now that we have our rabbit feet all washed up and rinsed off, I've got them in here in this pan, as you can see. Now we're going to put them in some rubbing alcohol, and this needs to be 70% rubbing alcohol. I'm going to drop these down in here. You want them to be fully covered, so you probably don't want to put them in there too tight. Whoops, I was making a mess. If there are any parts on here that, you know, aren't very desirable, say there's too much up here, whatever, you can, you know, cut pieces off of it after they're preserved. If you're doing a lot of these like I am, I just want you to know that you can see how this is bent here at the joint. It doesn't have to be just straight up and down. I've had to bend it to get that thing to fit up in the top, okay? They're not going to be dried out until you hang them up. They're going to hang for about 2 weeks before they stiffen up. So they can sit in there like that for 24 hours. So I have 4 jars here full of rabbit feet submerged in 70% rubbing alcohol, which they're going to sit for 24 hours. And we will come back tomorrow. I'll show you the next process. My rabbit feet have actually been soaking for 2 days. I originally said I was going to let them set for 24 hours, but life happens and they have set for 2 days, okay? Not quite 48 hours, but that's okay. They're going to be just fine. The next step is to get your borax solution ready. I have on here 2 tablespoons to 1 cup water. 2 tablespoons of borax to 1 cup of water for rabbit feet. I wrote it on there. So it's basically like a 1:15 ratio. I have my water already measured out here. I'm going to put it in this big old ice cream container because I have quite a bit of rabbit feet to soak. So I've already got out 10 cups of water measured here. And I have I think I have about a cup, 1.25 cups of detergent booster. Okay, I've already started a couple. I am just kind of wringing these out, the alcohol back into the jar because I'm going to keep these jars of alcohol for my next batch. And I'm dumping my rabbit feet over here into a pan that I have full of water in the sink. Okay, I'm just squeezing that out. Dropping it in my water. Right over here is where I have my rabbit feet. And I've got them soaking in just lukewarm water, I guess, kind of room temperature water. Just going to kind of swish those around, get the rest of the alcohol out of there. Let's just go ahead and I'm just going to give these a squeeze, get that excess water out of there, and dump them in. So I think my container turned out to be just like the perfect size. I mean, they are really piled up. So I'm probably going to lose some of that. But I love when that happens. It's like the perfect amount and the perfect amount of my borax and water solution. Perfect amount. So I'm going to go ahead and just mush that down just a little bit. Put that lid on. And we are going to let that set for 48 hours. These have set in borax for 2 days. And as you can see, it's really still not dissolved completely. I mean, I would walk by and turn it upside down and shake it just, you know, every once in a while. So what I want to do now is just get this stuff rinsed off. This time we're going to give it, you know, just a real good rinse off here. Okay, so I have them just sitting on this old towel that I have. I'm just going to kind of let them drain just a little bit before I hang them up because I don't want them dripping everywhere. I use string to hang these feet up. I've used hemp in the past, hemp cord. But anyway, I'm using what I have today, and I have some pink yarn I saw sitting around. So what I do is I just tie this into a loop, tie that into a knot up top, and then just kind of pull through like this. This is where I'm going to put the foot. And I'll just grab one here to show you if you can see here what I'm doing. And just tighten that up. And then that way you just hang them like this. Okay? Okay, I have these all hanging up on a hanger here with my thread, and it's supposed to be kind of a nice sunny day today, so I'm going to leave these hanging up on my clothesline. I'm not going to leave them out here overnight just because I don't want any creepy predators coming around. So anyway, I'm going to leave these hanging up for the day, and then I'll probably take them out to my shop, and I actually might end up spreading these out just a little bit, but for now I'm going to leave them out here to kind of catch some sun. As you can see, they're still a little bit drippy. So I'll do that and then hang them up in my shop and get back to you. Now that the feet are preserved and dried, this is when the fun and creative part comes in. So I have a whole bunch of slew of stuff here to show you, and I know it's kind of a mess, but I was going to show you just a few that I have done in the past. These are three of them I have left over from my last farmer's market. I wire these stones, and sometimes I'll put those on there as a charm, and these must not have been too attractive. I have these three left. There's that one, and then this one here is just kind of a keychain, and then this one is just kind of a keychain. But you see how I've got this stuff on here and tied with leather. I'm going to show you how I do that really quick. And I don't throw anything out. I save everything. This thing came off of a backpack that was destroyed, and I decided to use a piece of that for this project. I mean, I save everything. These came off of my boots. I'll use those. I'll use that for something, right? I buy scrap leather, which is, you know, a very inexpensive way to do this. But anyway, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and do the back foot first. And I do the front paws. This must have been a Rex. It's a little bitty thing. So that's from the front. We waste nothing on the rabbits, okay? We use everything. So I already have one of these pre-cut. We'll do kind of a necklace type of thing here, I think. Let's see. I think that'll hang down, yeah. I've cut a piece off of the backpack. Now, a lot of people will use super glue for this, or, you know, I don't know everything that they use, but this is what I use. I just use a hot glue gun, and actually I'm going to put it on the side here. I'm going to put a little bit on this side, a little bit on this side. Not on here because that's where my strap is going to go. Alright, so let's just put this, I'm going to do this sideways. I've put one here. I'm going to throw this strap in and then slap this side down on the other side. Just going to hold that there for a sec. Okay, so now that is glued and I have this strap going on here. You just, you know, use your own imagination with these things, but this is just kind of how I do it. I have my beads over here. I've pulled a few out that I plan on using. They're just some wooden beads that I have. And I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. Let's just put 3 on this side for today. Like I said, I sell these at farmers markets or shows or whatever that I go to. You know, why not? Let's see. Now we're going to cut off a piece here to tie around the top. Yeah, we'll we'll cut it about to there. And then I'm just gonna tie this around that leather. I've glued it, but this will just kind of ensure that that piece of leather stays on. Okay. So I'm gonna tie that in a knot. See how it goes around that leather. I just think these are so cool. I'm not going to put any kind of dangly, I'm not going to put anything on here to hang, so I'm just going to cut those short, I think. Maybe I'll leave them long, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll see. I usually take a little bit more time, give more thought to this. This is just kind of for video purposes to show you just a quick way of how I do these necklaces. Okay, so, you know, there's that. There's some beads on here. Get that glue off. Okay, can you kind of see? There's some beads on the side. This is tied up in a knot. And then that's how you do it. Okay, now I've seen people use jingle bells, and I don't use these. I haven't ever used them for my rabbit feet, but a lot of people do. You open up these prongs. So yeah, you should probably have like some kind of little tools to pry those open, because that was not easy. So what they would do is just, you know, slide their little foot in there, and then clamp those down, and then you have a little place for your chain. You can buy those chains for, you know, in bulk for pretty cheap. Hobby Lobby, Amazon, whatever. So anyway, there's that. You can do it like that. Here is a shotgun shell. I've seen people cut the plastic off and they stick the foot in there. Let's just use the small one for an example. But they'll put that in there, and then they can clamp this part down. Let's see. I also do tails. I save the tails. The jingle bell might look cute up on a tail. You see? You can put that on there. It's so cute. I got this furniture leather, I guess. It's probably not, you know, 100% leather. It might be completely fake. I don't know. But anyway, I bought this for 50 cents. Actually, there were two of them together. See, I mean, you can just find this stuff at thrift stores and things like that if you look around. Just don't pass it up. I got that for 50 cents. You know how many rabbit feet that will do? Or other projects. Pretty cool. So that's how I preserve my rabbit's feet. You should probably let them, you know, dry 2 to 5 weeks or something like that. That's what I recommend, because that way they'll harden up. Then you can make your charms, your necklaces or whatever. But, you know, I sell these at farmers markets and things like that. I also make wire wrap rings, and I don't know if it'll focus on that. And I'll link that video also below in the description. Always read the descriptions after the video, because I'll put different tips and information in there and things like that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. You guys have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
I want to show you that these are some that I've done in the past. And I'm going to rewash them again, because I thought I'd get smart last time and soak them in fabric softener also. And that has just left like this greasy film on them. So I'm going to go at all of these. All of these need to be rewashed. I soaked all of those in fabric softener before, and I'm going to rewash them in my Dawn soap, Dawn dish soap, so that they won't be that yucky, greasy feeling. And I don't even know if you can see, it's like kind of like matted together almost. I don't know, it's odd. So I don't suggest you soak them in fabric softener, as some will have you do. So anyway, I'm going to get those washed up.